everyone, I just wanted to jump on here and give you a quick update today after my follicle scan. So today was my scan, and today is also day 8 of stims. I went in today and had the ultrasound done, and basically, sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm very winded from all this medicine. Anyway, my right ovary does not seem to be responding to the medication, so I only have 2 follicles on the right side and 8 on the left, and it looks like the 8 on the left are measuring pretty well. There was 2 that were measuring over 15 centimeters, 1 that was measuring 19, and then the 2 that were on the right were measuring a little smaller, between 10 and 12 centimeters. So our protocol has changed just a little bit for today. So tonight I had to take 75 units of Gonal-F, a full dosage of Menopur, and a Ganirelix this morning, and then tomorrow I will have a Ganirelix in the morning and a 75 Gonal-F in the afternoon, followed by the dual trigger. I will do the dual trigger tomorrow night at 9:45, and our egg retrieval is scheduled right now for Friday morning at 8:45 in the morning. So not awful. The hardest part of that will actually be probably staying up until 9:45 tomorrow, because as soon as I give myself these injections every night, I have been incredibly exhausted. So few things about the egg numbers. Could you stop licking? Goodness, Dixie. Apparently my dogs are really enjoying being in my videos lately. This is Dixie. She's my oldest pug. She's 10. Or she'll be 10 this year. And then you guys met Izzy the other night in my video. So stop, Doodle. Stop. Anyway, so sorry, I'm very sidetracked. Anyway, sorry. So basically, the biggest concern about all of this is that 10 eggs is really a low number for PGD testing when you have a chromosome disorder like mine for the balanced translocation. So we were really hoping for more like 15 to 20 eggs. Even though I don't have PCOS, we were hoping with higher stimulation medication we would get to that. So that's why I've been taking higher dosages of the Gonal-F to be able to hopefully overstimulate my ovaries. So it didn't work quite like we wanted it to. So basically, the odds of this working and for us getting a genetically correct embryo are lower than had we had more eggs. So I had reached out to some people on Instagram and a few on Facebook that have been through this, and many of them have said that during that 2 to 3 day window between your follicle scan and your egg retrieval, that in a lot of cases more eggs will grow, and they'll end up getting more than what they could see on the ultrasound, which is what we're really hoping for, because I would really hate for us to have spent all this money and get all the way to this point just to find out that I have a defunct ovary and to not get any genetically correct eggs out of this. So we're really hoping that when they get in there and they actually do the removal and they do the inseminations and then they do the testing, that we will find some that are good and it will all work out. So basically after Friday, I will be at home. I took off work Friday through Tuesday just because we weren't sure when our egg retrieval would be, and to make sure that when I go back to work I'm feeling okay. It's easier for me to pre-schedule to be off than it is to just call in if I can't make it, especially being the manager. It's easier for me to restructure my schedule that way. So my team all knows what I'm going through, and my boss knows what I'm going through. So it's been really nice to have that support from work as well. So after Friday, I will come back home, hopefully get a full day to rest, and then hopefully I'm feeling a little bit better by Saturday so that I can get some things done since I'm off. My mom wants me to come over Saturday night and do some shopping with her, and then my friend just adopted a little girl and I really want to go meet her, but I want to make sure I'm feeling okay before I do that. And then after that, so Saturday will be ICSI day, or Friday I guess will technically be ICSI day when they inseminate everything. And then every day from Friday to Wednesday, up to Thursday potentially, my IVF coordinator said her and I will talk, and she will keep me updated on the fertilization process of all of the eggs and the growth pattern. And then hopefully by Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember which one is actually day 5, they will be sent off for genetic testing. I did get a little bit of a hiccup and the genetic testing pricing the other day, which I was a little frustrated about. I was under the impression from the way my doctor had explained it that my genetic testing was all one price. And so when I went and was calculating out the final pricing of everything, I just had a hunch that that really wasn't the case. So as most of you know, we're financing IVF. All of it is going on one credit card that I have that has a high enough limit. And my goal is to always keep it on one so that I could continue to make one lump payment rather than splitting it between cards and having those payments harder to make. So I was making sure I had everything available on my card, all my payments were set up, and everything was good to go. And so I decided to call the genetics company and ask them what all was included in the pricing that I was given. And I'm glad I did, because there was some pricing in there that wasn't very clear to me. So the flat price that I was given of $2,400 includes testing of up to 8 embryos. I didn't know that there was a limit on the amount of embryos that could be tested through that. And it does not include the $350 transfer fee for them to courier it from one location to the next. And it also does not include any more embryos over 8. So every embryo over 8 would be an additional $250. So originally, our goal was to obviously shoot for more than 8 embryos, because the more we had, the better chances we had of getting some normal ones. So I was a little discouraged to hear that yesterday, because my thought was, well, damn, of course we're going to have more than 8, because we're going to have like 30 eggs, you know? Wishful thinking. So I was a little worried about the price of that. But after today, I don't think that's going to be a problem. So hopefully we will have 8 embryos to send, and we will have a few normal ones. And then the waiting game begins after Wednesday, because at the 5-day mark, what they'll do then is be transferred out. And then once they're transferred out, it can take anywhere from 6 to 12 days, up to 10 business days for us to get an answer on if there's any that are genetically correct. So while that's going to take forever, there are a few things that we're supposed to do in the meantime. Well, not really do, but it's not like we could transfer sooner. So basically, after Friday, they will give me the progesterone oil shot while I am still under anesthesia. And then that is supposed to jumpstart my body to recognize that it no longer needs to ovulate, so that I can start that, what would be like the normal 2-week period in between ovulation and your period, so that I can have my normal cycle end in about a week and a half to 2 weeks from there. And then by then should be when we'll know about normal or non-normal embryos. So if we have normal, then what will happen is I will start another cycle. And once we reach day 21 of that cycle, we can transfer. So during that time frame, there will be a couple of medications I'll have to take, just to make sure that lining is built up, my hormones are level, and everything is like it's supposed to be, so that I can hopefully have a sustainable pregnancy. So one of the things that my clinic offers that we have decided to take advantage of is, well, there's 2 things actually, but it's called embryo glue. And embryo glue is basically a protein antibody type thing. And I don't know what all it is basically, but it's like a glue that's made to help the embryo attach to the uterine lining, and to help make sure that it has all of the nutrition that it needs right from the beginning to continue to grow. It was an extra $100, and I figure, hell, for $100, if it helps us have a chance of making it work, we'll do it. And then the other one is that they do a sperm nanobead selection, where they do a different type of sperm selection to make sure they're getting the best sperms to inject into the eggs with the ICSI, so that they can make sure that they're doing everything they can to get the best fertilization, the best chance for survival, and for growth. That was an extra $500. For the price, I figure if $600 could make or break whether or not the cycle works, it was worth it to try it, especially since we only get really one shot at this from the beginning, and kind of go from there to see if we can afford it next year if it doesn't work. After hearing my ovary was not responding today, and after hearing the grim news about the amount of eggs we had, I've had a really rough day. It's been very depressing. I've cried multiple times. I just have a hard time coming to terms with the fact that things aren't going like they should be, and that in my life I've always been able to either control or overcome obstacles so that I can make things work. And this is just one area I just can't make it work. I can't make my body work. I can't make things happen. And I'm getting so frustrated by it, because it's just not my personality, but it's also the thing that we want more than anything else in the world. So for those of you that are watching, if you would please say a prayer if you believe in that, or, you know, send us your good juju if you believe in that, or just whatever it is that you do, please do it. I am struggling still with my faith in this whole process, and I'm hoping that eventually I'll get over that. I don't know if maybe this is my last test to say, hey, you need to figure this out or I'm not going to give you a baby, but if this doesn't work, then we're kind of at the end of our rope. So if you could, you know, keep us in your thoughts, I'd really appreciate it, because at this point, I'm afraid we're going to need it. So I will hopefully be able to, if I'm feeling up to it, jump on Friday and make a quick video update of the egg retrieval. I will most likely have Dan film some of that after I wake up so that I can share with you guys some of the actual experience of that, and then share with you, of course, how many eggs that they get at retrieval. So in the meantime, have a good night, and we'll talk soon.